I thank God for his coming and for giving to me personally a teacher that could help me to become a man. And I must tell you honestly, sisters, I could never have become a man if that same man, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, didn't teach my wife how to help me be a man. Stand up, Sister Farrakhan. Would you just, I want you to come up here a minute. Come right on up. They say behind every great man there's a woman alive. Beside every man, and sometime in front of every great man, there's a woman. Ain't that right, Sister Muhammad? Now, thank you for standing for her, because she really deserves it. Would you be seated? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught her how to help me to become a man. I ain't gonna let her say this, but she would tell you if I wasn't here that I wasn't always the man that I am today. She would tell you I was a mess. She might say that. But she learned how to control her mouth and how to use her mouth wisely. Because a man can't take being cut down by the woman that he loves. If you cut him down, what you gonna do with him after you cut him up? You might as well put him in the frying pan and eat him. Don't cut your man up. All black men have the potential to be godly, powerful, great men, but you got to know how to bring it out of them. Y'all all right? Now, my wife don't suffer no abuse, not that kind. I hit her once. We've been married 40 years. I hit her once. Once. She hit me back. And that was the end of that. Sister, this is true confession night. But I felt so bad because she and I have known each other since she was 8 years old and I was 11 years old. In a couple of months, we will have been married 41 years. But my children have never seen their father strike their mother, and they have hardly seen an argument between us. Whatever she has to say to me, she says it. But they don't hear it, thank God. But I hear it. That's important. When you beat up your man in front of the children, you cutting him down, he don't feel like he's a man anymore, so now his voice gets loud, then he grab you in the throat, and before you know it, you're waltzing around the house, and the children are devastated watching you all beat each other up. Sometimes If it's in the kitchen, you'll stab him. Or if it's in the bedroom, you'll shoot him. So most of the domestic violence is due to man and woman not knowing how to properly relate to each other in a time where there's so much stress on the man, on the woman, and on the children in a racist society. Thank you, sweetheart. She has given me 9 children, and we have 25 or 26 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild, and many more on the way. So I think, sisters, I may be qualified to say a few things to you that will help you make his life and your life better. First of all, when a man starts getting loud, showing his authority, that's not the time to challenge him. That's like the policeman on the corner saying, all right, get off the corner. And you're going to say to him, look, man, I'm a taxpayer. I should be on the Eurotel. Now he said, oh, yeah? Then he reaches for something, either the stick or the gun, because he's got to show his authority, because his authority got challenged. Your children are under your authority. So when you raise your voice at them, what child do you have that can raise their voice back at you and still have teeth? My mother would not allow me to do something like this. You suck your teeth, you'll be looking for them. And you better not stomp off and slam doors. She'll come right behind you with a broom or something. So you are in authority over your children, and your authority demands respect. The Bible says, listen, Christ, the head of man, man, the head of woman. Well, in order to be a head, you got to have a head. This presupposes that the male will have wisdom to rule his house. Even if he doesn't have the wisdom, he still feels what? He has authority. So when he speaks and you give him a heavy word back, he got to come back with one heavier. Then before you know it, the voices rise, decibel after decibel. Now he's being beaten in the argument, because most of the time he can't win the argument. And now when you beat him in the argument, the only way he can win is to beat you with his fists. Who wins in that kind of situation? Nobody. So my wife was trained that when I acted the fool, don't act it with me. She ain't no soldier for me to order around, but sometime I would give orders. And I thought that I was a good FOI, a good fruit of Islam. I'm giving orders to the men around the mosque. I should be able to come home and give some orders. She's very wise. She didn't say, She just waited till I calmed down. Said, now, such and such and so and so and so and so, and such and such and so and so. Do you understand so and so? Well, talking to me like that, she preserved my little budding manhood. She didn't crack it up, because she could have cracked it up so easy. But if she cracks up my manhood, what is there for her to love after she destroys me? So she's trying to build me into something that she can love. Isn't that beautiful? Sisters, many of you are professional women. And it's wonderful that you are lawyers, that you are doctors, that you are chemists, that you are business people. But you are never going to be happy as a woman until you know how to make a home and make a man happy in your life. Sisters, I don't care how much the law practice is successful and you got money and you got a BMW and you got a nice home. I mean, many of you would trade all of that if you just had a good man that you could come home to. And so, sisters, when you get a man that's worth investing in, learn how to help cultivate him. Because if you're going to give children to that man, you want that man to stay around and help you rear your children. You don't want to run him out the house. You want to keep him coming home and working hard and bringing the money home. This is what you want. Now, let's look at reality. Reality says the black man today is in trouble. There's no work for him. And he's really not interested in the type of education that's being offered. He's hanging on the corner. He's into drugs or gangs. He joins the army or he's in prison. And what you got as a pool to pick from is little or nothing to make something of your life and his. This is reality now. So the men that are out there, many of them don't know how to handle you. You're too strong, you're too black, you're too powerful. So when you beat him down, he goes out and he changes. And all of a sudden, a strong man becomes sweet. Listen now, I'm serious. You got beautiful, handsome, strong black men out there that have turned into women. And you know there's not enough men around for you. And then when you go to find one, he's gone another way. Or he's in drugs. Or he's into crime. Or he got to join the army. Or he's in prison. So what are you to do? Many are turning in on themselves. And women are becoming other than themselves because they can't find any fulfillment in a man. So America is degenerating into a modern Sodom and Gomorrah, and nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to address it. Men are taking off their daughters. All right, let's get to it now.